Hey, what's up, Kudos crew? It's Elizabeth Morosco. Hope you are having a fantastic day today. I am just wrapping up my day and getting ready to get into the next part of it. I'm coming online after I had a chance to. There was the announcement that happened today. I don't know if you caught it, where two of the big investors for Apple are asking Apple to step up and address the technology addiction issue that's impacting kids in our community. And it's kind of cool that they're stepping up to talk about this. The one organization is JANA Partners, and the other is California State Teachers Retirement System. I guess between the two of them, these two investors own roughly 2 billion shares in Apple stock, and they're asking Apple to start to create a community that will focus on kids' addiction to technology and such. And I think it's absolutely great, but I think that there's something that's even more pressing that they need to focus on, because the Apple products or any other technology devices is a means for people to be able to engage. But it's when you get into the apps and you get into things like specifically YouTube, where there becomes an even bigger problem that we're having. And if you're a parent, you really need to hear this message. So make sure that you share it with your friends, and just take a minute to listen real quick. Right now, there are people that are deliberately putting content up on YouTube that is geared to be exploiting towards children. They have included some of this content on even the kids' YouTube app, which is supposed to be directly tied to content for kids. And unfortunately, we have some really sick people in our world that just have demented minds and like to, corrupt children. So, my boys I have two young teen sons who are very big into YouTube. They really don't even watch television. They have several YouTubers that they follow. And some of them, even some of that content's kind of questionable. But I want to take it a step a little bit in a younger direction, because teens are going to be teens in their own way. And we'll keep that topic for another time. But with this new group of people that are targeting kids, they're actually creating content that looks like it is kids' content. They're either doing, actors that are reacting, like, Frozen of Ursula and Anna, or they're creating new animation in a really twisted way. So it's... And it's not one of the YouTube people, one of the executives came out, and at first they were trying to claim that it was a needle in a haystack. As more people are getting involved, they're discovering it's not a needle in a haystack. It's actually bigger than that. These videos are getting like hundreds of millions of views. And I mean, it's some really sick stuff, like Elsa playing a cartoon, and in one of them she ends up getting... oh no, this one was Rapunzel, ended up getting chloroformed by the jacker, ended up getting raped by another one. Paw Patrol, they had one where they pretended that like the whole family died in the car. I mean, some of them are borderline like soft porn. And what's sad is in the taglines, they're creating it where these videos are specifically targeting the little kids. And with some of them, they do it in such a twisted way. I mean, it's absolutely mind-blowing. There was one that was released where they hit it where it went in 25 minutes into the video, and then out of nowhere, like 25 minutes in this video of la la, everything's happy, all of a sudden they decide that they're going to kill the bear. And that one was on Rainbow Rhythm. Another one of the YouTube channels is Toy Scouter and Prank Games. But the stuff that they're putting in there, you guys, I mean, you pick up your phone or your iPad, and you think your kid's just going to engage in maybe, listening to a couple nursery rhymes or learning their colors. And these people have deliberately set up these videos where it's targeting those kids, that audience, and it's putting some really demented stuff where it's affecting kids and, it's traumatizing them. So, there's some stuff that you can do. I mean, you've got to be proactive and be aware of what your kids are watching. And if you see something that's inappropriate, definitely flag it. But you've got to monitor what they watch. So, on YouTube, especially for the kids app, it has it where they play one video and then the next one will automatically play. And it's, great way of educating and entertaining your child. But this is, to me, this is a new version of like being a pedophile. And I think that we've got to start doing stuff as parents to be just as diligent to protect them online, even if that includes taking the time to make sure that we're regularly flagging content. And one of the things that they've found out is through these views, like some of these views are getting like 10 million views, but then the comments aren't reflective of that. It's like, they might get 600 comments. So that means that it's kids that are not engaging or searching this content, and it's being deliberately targeted towards them. So it's become a really serious problem. And I got to tell you, the way that they've packaged it, if a parent was just like quickly looking, I don't think that they would really understand what their kid is seeing until later. So, if you can share this video, make sure that other parents are aware. One of the things that has really been helpful in combating this is some of the copyright content that they've put out there. Some of the corporations are going after some of these people and making them take it down off of YouTube. And some people will go back and say, well, it gets demonetized. I mean, they're not going to get money from producing the video, any residuals. But, with people like that, it's not necessarily about the money. It's about warping people's mind. And, I think it's even like a gateway of getting the kid from that site to what's the next one. So as parents, I mean, we've really got to be proactive, flag it, monitor it, know exactly what your kids are watching. And some of it, even if it gets flagged even by YouTube, it won't necessarily get taken down. Kind of going in a different direction, like my sons, they do like to watch the YouTube videos, some of the popular ones like Rice Gum, or most recently, any of you that watch some of these YouTubers with your kids, Logan Paul, he recently had done a video series. I don't know if you heard about this or not, but he had gone to Japan and ended up filming in this forest that was known for Japanese people that go there to commit suicide. And he actually did film it, and when they had found a body, he kept the video up for quite a while. It had millions of views. It had been flagged by multiple people. And then finally, at his own demise, he took it down. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is YouTube's releasing statements like, it's a needle in a haystack. To me, that shows that they're really not taking it serious. This is a digital form of pedophiles coming right into your house, whether it's warping their mind with rape scenes or chloroforming Rapunzel. It's disgusting. It's terrible. It's one thing if an adult sees this sort of content. It's a totally different thing when you have a 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old. You get the point, watching this, and it's popping up on their feed. So a couple things that you can do is prior to letting your children watch the YouTube videos that are their favorites, is you can view it ahead of time and then download them so they can view them later, and not allow it to do a constant roll of what comes up next, because there's some sick puppies out there. But with all that being said, I think that there's still a lot of parents that are not aware of this. I think we need to raise the bar and share this video, let people know, remind them of things are sometimes put into a package where it looks like it's normal. Like this one Paw Patrol video that I watched. At first it looked kind of like Paw Patrol, but then as I was watching the video, the mom with 3 little puppies all of a sudden decide they're going to commit suicide in a car, and the car blows up. So I think that we're at another day and age. I mean, I remember when we were growing up, the big concern, are we watching too much TV? Video games were just coming out at the arcade. And now we actually have this great technology in most of our homes. But that means that we need to be more diligent. We've got to follow up, find out what our kids are watching. Don't expect YouTube to, manages for you. And the same thing even with like that group I was telling you at the beginning, the 2 biggest investors for Apple. They own $2 billion. They're looking at setting up this community to look at addiction to technology and kids. They believe, they've done some studies to show that there's a direct link to depression, feeling socially isolated, and they want to address those things. But I hope simultaneous to that, because it's not about the hardware, it's also about what is pumping through that hardware, including apps that kids are downloading and content that people are finding on YouTube. And don't think that kids' YouTube, even though it says in the fine print that it's geared towards kids, these sickos have actually gotten to the point that they know the algorithms well enough that they know how to get that content out there. And I'm going to tell you what, some of it was just even disturbing for me to watch. They had one video where it was a character dressed up as Ursula, and somehow they had taped her to a wall, and they were showing what was implied to be rape. So I came on here because I want everybody to know this, that this is real, it's hidden, it's subtle and soft, but together we can do something to change it. So, and I hope that this organization that's coming together with Apple, I hope that they do make some changes, but it's more than the hardware. So, but with that being said, I hope you guys are having a great day. Keep warm and enjoy the sunshine. If you can, share this video, and let's get everybody aware. All right, have a good day. See ya. Bye.